The secondary dive team came back early today. They found a cave full of strange crystals, but the lights on the sub cut out and forced them home. Hello everybody and welcome back to No Man's Sky. Cobalt Dale here, and we are doing the Dreams of the Deep quest line. Here I am in the water, underneath the ocean. We've done a little bit of here we go, we're gonna make a little save. This is the only way you can make a save under the water, is by making a personal save point or a save beacon. You can do one of these to help you breathe under the water, but I don't think we need that. I'm gonna pick this up and put this back in my inventory so we don't forget it behind. But if you guys are enjoying this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. We're gonna get this out of the way right away, so hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see the rest of this little quest line, Dreams of the Deep quest line that we're doing right here. As we finish this quest line off, we'll be moving back to the Purge quest line, because this is a full playthrough here. If you guys are enjoying it, let me know. Leave a comment behind. If you guys are not satisfied with what I'm doing, let me know, and we'll do something a little bit different than what we've been doing. If I've missed something or I'm not doing something right, you guys let me know. How about that? I hope you're enjoying this series. But as we made it to our second destination, or our third destination in the Dreams of the Deep quest line. We went to a planet first in the last episode, and then we found a crashed ship on another planet underneath the ocean, and we read a data log. As you can see, there's a little data ball there. We read that data ball, and it told us of a freighter that crashed, and I believe it's this freighter that we're at now. And they gave us the blueprints for this Nautilus submarine, and then they gave us the blueprints for a solar mirror as well. So we got that. We installed a little bit of, whoops, wrong button, fat fingers, Wreck-It Ralph hands. All right, we installed the Nautilus cannon by getting a bunch of some clams where we got pearls from them. We installed the Tethys beam, which is our laser beam for mining underneath the water. We picked up a hydrothermal Humboldt drive at the technology merchant, the exocraft merchant, the space station. So we got a little boost to our speed and stuff. This was one that the Humboldt drive upgrade that we installed. And we installed the high-powered sonar with the mirror blueprint that we learned. So we installed a bunch of stuff. We picked up a bunch of things. Let's go over to our exosuit. We picked up some cytophosphate, which is used in the manufacturing of Nautilus fuel. So we put that in there. We picked up some salt, which is refined into chlorine, which is another thing that we can use if you want. But we'll put all this into our submarine. This is a kelp sack, which is the white plants that we find underneath the ocean. And we can replenish our oxygen supply when we need it through brain fart in progress. Please stand by. Whoops, I forgot where I was going with it. Okay, so if your hazard protection, your oxygen protection is running out underneath the water, you can find those little kelp plants. I don't see any here in this crash site with the freighter, but you can use those to replenish your oxygen supply. Otherwise, you have to swim to the surface of the ocean, and sometimes you're pretty deep. Like right now, if we jump out, Where are we at? There in the bottom left corner, you can see a depth of 88, 89, 90 units below the surface, which is about 90 meters, which is pretty deep. I mean, you can see the fish. They don't even swim down here. That's how deep it is. But if you guys are enjoying this episode, like I said, don't forget to hit that like button. You guys kick back, put your feet up, grab your snacks, relax, and we're going to kick this episode off. But until then, thanks for watching, and here we go. We're going to swim over here to this beacon, and we are going to find out what it's got to say. I know sometimes I ramble on a little bit, but here, log 0012B, breach event 8 Sols. Located the wreck, but the ship's computer was a washout. We salvaged what supplies we could and left. I don't want to be nearby when the water eats through the reactor housing. Title's patterns here are increasingly strange. The water has risen rapidly, but we are yet to see it ebb. We could return and salvage more when the water falls away. The survivors made it back to the wreck of their freighter, but moved on soon after. I will have to do the same if I am to find them. Before I leave, I make one final search of the archives. There are no more clues, but I do locate blueprints for some aquatic construction modules. At least the journey was not in vain. Let's shut down the signal for it. I shut down the distress beacon. There is no one here to rescue. Alright, so we get underwater base parts. Cool, the aquatic construction modules. We got 10 blueprints learned. So now, if we want, when we set up a base, we can build an underwater base. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to swim around. Here we go. We're going to swim around and we're going to dig up cargo pod modules underneath the soil here in the water. So we'll get this done. Get us a little bit of loot in the way. Use the big ball. It mines faster. See, if you're running out of oxygen, you can swim a little bit faster. But don't forget, we'll take this, put this in our suit. Take this, put this in our Nautilin, because our starship shouldn't be here. Whoops. Once you take this stuff out, radiation comes up. Teleport coordinators. Okay. But you get that radiation, and we don't need that. So we're going to cruise over here, just like any other freighter wreck. Ooh, he's swimming pretty deep. Alright, let's see. There we go. We got one right there. We'll mark that. We'll blast out some of this sediment from the bottom of the ocean so we can get down to this cargo pod. Let's see what kind of stuff we get out of here. There we go. Drop that in our spacesuit. Drop this in the Nautilin. Alright, what we get? Salvage data, right? Okay. There's one there, so we'll blast the dirt out here. Little silicate powder everywhere, right? Man, there's a lot of water and stuff going on around here. Man, we're almost 100 units below the surface of the ocean. That's crazy. All right. All right. Some more salvage data. Interesting. Okay. There's one. Blast that out. The toxic radiation and stuff down here is ridiculous. Okay. Let's get this one. I'll try and hurry and get through this as quickly as possible so we're not down here so long, because I'm sure the next one is going to be a long ways away. Okay, we got to swim to the surface. Man, I tell you, trying to get out of here is ridiculous. So be careful you don't get trapped down here and end up drowning, because if you die down here, you might not get your belongings back. Yeah. We're taking a lot out because I want a big opening. I don't want to get stuck down here. So let's just get this stuff going. What do we get? Come on. Man, they really didn't give you much for loot in these things. Apparently they salvaged everything out of here. Now, when you're at an underwater freighter, there is a bonus cargo pod right here. Instead of the one that's normally back over there, they put it out here instead of inside the freighter wreck. So be aware of that. That's why I look around with my visor so we can see where these things are at. Okay, we're almost done. This will be the last one. All right, we'll get back to our Nautilin. What's it say? Return to the Nautilin and use the high-powered sonar. Okay. Use the high-power sonar to detect sunken buildings. All right, so we pulled down on our little D-pad. I'm using a controller, so we're going to look for sunken buildings. There we go. And where's that building at? That building is that way, 3 minutes away by the Nautilin. So we're going to cruise over there. And we'll try and pick up some materials along the way. I like to pick up your underwater base materials, are crystalline sulfide, and things like that. So be aware of that. You'll need pearls. You'll need lots and lots of crystalline sulfide. So if you want to build a base under the ocean, that's what you're gonna need. Look at there, there's an abyssal horror right there. Can't see him, he's all jammed up, but we'll take care of him. There we go, jump out. Can we get that right away? Nope, we're stuck on a crystal. We're gonna lose that eye. Oh, we got it, cool. All right. There's some, where did I see it? Right there. Some crystalline sulfide over here, so we can pick up a couple of these in case we want to build a base later. I like to leave all the stuff I need for a base inside my Nautilin submarine. This way I have to build underneath the water. It's not a big deal. I got all of my materials with me. Which direction were we going? This direction. All right, you can always hit your scanner and it'll show you where all the pearls and crystalline sulfide are that are close to you. Here's one. We'll jump out and swim down here real fast. Get a couple more of these. Oh, watch out for that heat vent. It will damage you. As soon as it blows off, you can swim back over and get it. I like to be a little careful. I know there's some jellyfish swimming around down here. Here's one of those submerged relics. You can replenish your oxygen with these. And once it's called a hadal core. And once you get that in your inventory, where'd my... Okay, whoa, watch out for those jellyfish. Whoops. Look out, we're gonna die. There's a submarine up on the surface. Go figure, right? All right, you can use, let's go into our inventory. Our exosuit. So this hadal core, you can take that and we'll go into our backpack refiner, right? And let's go through our materials. Take this hadal core, put it into your backpack refiner, and it makes 50 nanites. So you can swim around underneath the ocean picking up these submerged relics, hadal cores, and you can make a lot of nanites pretty fast that way. But we'll start this off, and it only takes a second. Look at that. Doesn't even take that long, and you just throw it into your exosuit, and you got 50 extra nanites. Those things are nice. So we picked up some what? Some gra-gra. And out of them cargo pods, picked up a little extra cytophosphate. We'll put that in the Nautilin. So we got some extra materials, a few little things. let's get out of here and we'll continue on our way. We came up to the surface a little bit because it looks like land is a little higher here, like a mountain or something. That's all right. We'll get back down under here. And it's still 2 minutes away. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do some... oh, look at there. There's some more pearls. We'll hop out. We'll get a couple of these. Remember to shoot at the pearl. This way you get it and it doesn't snap closed on you. Here we go. Here's another one. Open it up. Shoot the pearl. Don't stop shooting until you get the pearl. Open it up. Shoot the pearl. Here we go. See, the other one snapped on us because we stopped shooting. So we'll pick up that pearl. Here, whoop. Look at that. That one hit us. Wow, there was 3 of them there. Okay, 4. Wow, incredible. We got snapped by that that clam. Okay, let's swim back over and get back into our Nautilus submarine. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue on underneath the ocean here. I'm going to do a little video editing magic, and I'll see you guys there, okay? All right. All right, here we are. We're just coming up on this thing. As you can see, we got those horrors. So what we're gonna do, whoops, wrong button again, big Wreck-It Ralph hands. We're gonna go into our exosuit, and what we're gonna do is recharge our hazard protection and make sure that we're all charged up before we jump out so we don't lose anything. Got a little bit of radiation. We'll use some uranium this time. Uranium's good for your launch thrusters in your spaceship as well. Here we go. We'll use some phosphorus. We'll save on a few batteries this time. As I was on my way over here, I picked up a couple more Hadal cores. And where is it? I think in our freighter is where it was storing it. Yep. We picked up some more crystalline sulfide. So we'll take all these materials, we'll put these in our exosuits so we can transfer them over to our little Nautilus. We even got pearls. So we'll go back in here, go into our exosuit, we'll take this, throw this in the Nautilus, and in just a second we'll jump out and we'll carry on with this little quest line. Hopefully you guys are still sticking along. Hopefully you hit that like button. I'm trying to hit 10 million subscribers before the end of the year. So you guys help me out, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And we will be there. Doing pretty good so far. I got quite a few subscribers and I appreciate you guys sticking with me. All right, we'll pick up these hypnotic eyes. There's one more around the back side over here. We're going to shoot that guy down. There we go. Make sure you get him before he starts screaming at you. All right, we'll go inside this sunken building. If you need oxygen, don't forget to hit these little kelp plants on the inside here. These little white plants, they'll help you out. We'll get some goodie boxes out of here. All right. So there's a couple doors in here. We only needed one. It's all right. Look, there's a couple things in here. Make sure there's no whippets on the ceilings because they will get you if you're not paying attention. There we go. There's a shield restorer in case something happens. Get a little damaged by those abyssal horrors. Put this into the Nautilus. All right. There we go. Let's see what goes on now. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Log 0062A breach event 12 sols. It was my turn to dive today. Once again, nothing of interest. Nothing but kelp and rocks. The water is yet to recede. Some of the crew have taken to swimming without their suits. It looks so inviting. Okay. So, traveling around. That was that. We got that little message. We'll get back to our ship. You can only replenish your water protection while you're outside of your ship. You can't restore it or repair it from inside the Nautilin submarine. So you got to jump out to repair that if you want. But as long as you're in the Nautilin, you still have what you need. So we're going to look for another sunken building with the radar. Now this one is 2 minutes away. Man, see, this isn't too bad for distance, but if you guys want, you can, excuse me, I forgot what I was saying. Never fails, huh? What I was thinking is, sometimes on these planets, these little quests like this, they will be really far distance or they'll be a really long distance. You never know what's going to happen. But it seems like we're getting close to an outpost or something here. Must be something on land or something. So we got to shoot around these big hills underneath the water. Hopefully we can get there. It's getting pretty close. Ooh. Nice. What is that? Look at there. There's a big pillar in the water. Cool. All right. Some nice locations to build bases around here. The water's so deep, beautiful, and the fish are everywhere. That's what I like. Deep oceans with a lot of fish in them. And you can see all the pearls and crystalline sulfide everywhere. Here we are. There's another one. So we'll hop out here. Watch out. Tap the fleet. He's got us. Wow. Almost got jacked up there. I got out a little bit too close. Whoops. All right, we'll swim around the backside and I'll get a little close. This way you guys can see what just happened. I know the Nautilin kind of blocked that view. So you got to tap to get out of that. Otherwise he'll suck you in and it'll damage your shields and eventually it'll probably kill you. I don't let that happen, so there you go. It's a scary thing when those things grab a hold of you. You can't hold your button down. You got to tap it to get away, which is a scary situation, especially with that noise. That thing makes a hell of a noise. All right, no whippets in here that I see. Good. We'll hit these little loot boxes. Look around on the walls. Make sure there's nothing in here to grab off the wall. Hurry up and get over here. I'll try and hurry up and get through this as quickly as possible for you guys so we can move on to the main quest line again. All right, here we go. Throw this in the Nautilin. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Log 0115C. Breach event 21 sols. The secondary dive team came back early today. They found a cave full of strange crystals, but the lights on the sub cut out and forced them home. They seem upset, disturbed, but we have to go back while we still have an idea of where it is. Before the shifting tides rob us, we'll never build anything without advanced materials. Log 0115D. We fixed the lights on the Nautilin. I'm heading out. Log 0119A. Breach event 23 sols. We found the cave. I knew we would. But what a find! Great towering crystals of brilliant red. Rich metal deposits, concentrated deuterium, all we could ever need. We must just make it after all. We might just make it after all. Now if only we could get a dry night's sleep. All right. We got that. Let's get back into our Nautilin. If you need to make supplies or gather materials, this is probably the perfect time to do it. And, got to make a little bit more fuel, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into the exocraft inventory here, and we're going to make a couple more of these fuel cells. We'll make 2, 3 of those. That should be enough. Remember to pick up carbon, because carbon replenishes your laser beam, your mining beam. So there we go. We got some fuel. We're at 61%. Not bad. As long as you're sitting inside your submarine, if you look down there in the bottom left corner, you're still burning fuel. So now let's use our sonar again and look for another sunken building. All right, this one is another 2 minutes away. Oh my goodness. So let's hurry up and scoot over there. And hopefully this don't take too long. I remember back when they first started this with the Nautilus submarine, anytime you crashed into anything, it would damage you instead of the submarine or the shields on the submarine. Now, you can crash into those things and it really doesn't seem to bother you, which is nice. That's all right. Oh, we got to be close to a save beacon somewhere around here. Man, these hills are getting big. Hopefully we can scoot around them real fast here. Look, there's another abyssal horror. We'll just shoot that. That's like a hazardous flora. Look at there. You can ride on the surface of the water too, but it's hard to see what's in the water and how far away you are. So we'll go back down underneath the water. Anytime you see an exclamation point in the water, a red exclamation point, that is an abyssal horror. And you can see the clams. I keep hitting the button. All right, there we are. We're close to the base now. So let's hop out here. Remember to shoot the abyssal horror before he gets you, otherwise he'll suck you in and kill you. All right. Doing pretty good. Look, there's a lot of pearls over there in case you haven't gotten any. Always pick that stuff up as you're moving along. And if you're not fast enough, those hypnotic eyes will disappear off the floor. All right, gather up all these goodies here. All right, anything else in here? There's shield protection in case your shields get damaged from the hypnotic eye getting you. Look at there, there's 2 of them. 2 shield restorers, so it's getting tougher around here. All right, let's see what this one's got to say. Into the Nautilus. Into the Nautilus. Log access, signal echo distorted, recovering data. Log 0328A, breach event 98 sols. I had the dream again. The endless purple waves, mile after mile after mile. A relief at first from the dull crimson ache, but then I can't escape the feeling that there's something else there. I look around and there's nothing. Nothing. I blink and I see them. Faint at first, just lines. But it's unmistakable, repeated geometric shapes traced in the sky. Row after row of triangles, slowly scrolling past. I can't explain it, but it's the most terrible thing I've ever seen. It's almost a relief to wake up and see the rain again. Log 1998B, breach event 399 sols. They've gone back to that wretched cave. Every one of them. No one is listening to me. We can still build the hyperdrive, I know it. After that, flushing the salt out, the launch thrusters will be easy. Log 2001P, breach event 399 sols. We've all had the same dream, the same rambling, the teeth in the sky, those crystals. It's nonsense. There's nothing else down there. We've taken it all. But what can I do? Maybe I missed something. Maybe they're right. One last look won't hurt. Okay. Sounds to me like they're getting a little bit of the What do they call that? It's like space hysteria. They're all down here. And starting to flip out. Ooh, look, there's a bunch of crystalline sulfide over there. Oh, hurry up, we'll get back in our sub. Hit that scanner. Let's scout around. That's what they want us to do. Cruise around our sub a little bit. Uh-oh, use the scanner to search for the crew. So we got to go a certain distance, like 100 units, I believe. And then it'll open up and do it again. All right. Signal lock established. Where are you? I don't see it.
Incoming stored.
Am I missing it? Okay, I'm a little confused. All right, it's over that way. Sorry, I couldn't see that for a minute. All right, how far is that? 3 minutes away. Wow, incredible. So they've had us going for about 10 or 15 minutes underneath the ocean and just scooting around in this little submarine. It's a good thing we picked up that engine generator, because we can go a little bit faster. Otherwise, this Nautilus wouldn't be moving at all. Uh-oh. What's going on here? A little island I see. Sometimes you got to find a different path around this thing. There we go. That's a little better. We're cruising right along. I mean, look at all these crystals and everything everywhere. Man, this place is loaded with materials. I remember back in the day when you could get chlorine out of the ocean from all these salt crystals and stuff and refine it in a medium refiner and do an expansion project, and you'd make millions and millions of units. Now, chlorine ain't worth the air you breathe. It's ridiculous. Uh-oh. Comes another little building or mountain in the way. Mountains under the water, right? Yeah. And I'll tell you what, driving this little sub is pretty disorienting. It's not as easy as it looks. Ooh, look, a rainbow. How nice is that? Cool. That's pretty cool, right? All right. Sometimes you have to drive up to the surface just to get across some of these terrain features underneath the water. But we're almost there. Another 20 seconds and we'll be there. This is a pretty good run. If you shoot these long kelp stems here like this, that's where you get your carbon from to refuel your laser. Oh, look at there. We're already here. Amazing. All right, we're gonna jump out. We're gonna do another little round with these abyssal horrors. Pick those up. Those are worth some good food if you make like an abyssal cake. They're nice. Those abyssal cakes are food that you generate, and your nutrient processor will give you food buffs like extra damage, that kind of stuff. What is that? A sector navigation beacon. 743 units away. Interesting. Okay, this looks to be maybe the last spot. All right, look around. We'll pick up all the goodie boxes. All right, we got all that. Let's see, anything else in here? There's a health box and some shield restoration. Sorry, little tongue-tied there. The brain's going faster than the lips can move. All right, let's see. Log accessed. Signal echo distorted. Recovering data. Trapped. Sub-reactor leaking. It grabbed me, but they're dead now. Their eyes are all shut. I think my leg is broken. My hand hurts. If I can just find an air tank, I can still get back home. The recording continues, but it is just hours of scratchy silence, the static of the currents. I have a haunting sensation of being watched. I wonder who this crew really were. It seems I will never find out. All right. We inherited the helmet of the lost diver. Now you can pick that up in the space anomaly, and this concludes the Dreams of the Deep quest line. I'm glad you guys are liking this. If you are, hit that like button. Excuse me for just a second. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot and I'll be right back with you. All right, that wasn't too bad. I'm glad you guys hung in there. But that concludes the Dreams of the Deep quest line. Now we have traveled miles and miles underneath the ocean. We've got ourselves a Nautilus exocraft, and on the freighter that we have, if you use the orbital exocraft summoner, it will put your submarine on any planet that you're in the water with. So if you want to resummon it, just like this, with this summoning, go into your exocraft and it is now there. Just pops in from your freighter, which is really nice, but your freighter's got to be in the same system with you, so don't forget about that. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. We're going to call it here. Hit that like button. You want to see the rest? We're going to start the Purge quest line tomorrow, or the next episode, I should say. Excuse me, not tomorrow. We're going to continue on with the Purge quest line, and we're going to try to get to the center of the galaxy. If you guys want to see more, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to hit those 10 million subscribers. You know how that goes. And don't forget to share this video with your friends and pals and whoever else. Get my video out there so more people like you can see what I'm doing. I have almost completed the Artemis quest line. And I hope you guys are enjoying this series as much as I am producing it for you. But until then, you guys stay sexy and peace out.